Welcome to the OFX podcast. I'm Dave Claxton. Along with me, as always, is the discloser. Oh my God, words are hard. The discloser of new divisions, Bethany McChesney. Yeah, that was tough. That hurt. Ow, that's like pain right inside. It was terrible. Do you remember last week when we had a part and we were looking at something and I said I'm gonna edit this later?
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't do that.
No, so there's an awkward pause where you're looking for something.
Matt made fun of me. He said, "Hey, you can't make fun of me for forgetting to edit something. You did it there." And I
Oh,
totally owned up. I edit next to nothing. We might as well go live
that's true.
because I edit like 30-second, whatever, the little clip from between record and when I say the introduction. I edit that just so that it's down to like a second. And and then I sometimes have to edit the end if I don't hit the stop button right away.
hmm
And then that's all I do, which is
I hope I didn't like blow my nose in that awkward pause or something. No,
no, I
I'm
don't
just,
think you did.
I did.
Beth might actually listen to one for once. Do you ever listen?
No, I talk on it. Why would I have to listen to myself again?
I say great
Never
things.
remember anything that I say, so
I think I've listened to a few here and there just because I'll be like, especially if we had somebody on where I wanted to hear something they said, because sometimes I'm kind of lost in the moment.
yeah.
Um,
I have no, I've re-listened to, I mean, some of the ones like the Ryland one I re-listened to and like
yeah,
some that
doesn't
a little
count.
bit. Yeah.
Well, it counts. It counts in the way that it doesn't count.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't re-listen.
Yeah, I've had people say, "Well, oh, you said this." I'm like, "I did."
Yeah.
Sounds like something I might say, but
Yeah.
but I don't really remember.
Mhm.
I say a lot of shit.
Yeah, you do talk a lot.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Um, what's it called? All right. I wanted to talk. We really only got one thing we want to talk about today, and I'm going to complain because that's what I do. Yeah, that's right. Um, so Hyrox has just they had the big coaching summit, coaching clinic, coaching seminar, or whatever, which actually looked pretty cool. So did their
Mhm.
last one. Would have wanted to go to the last one because they actually went out there on the race course with the Formula One cars and stuff. That would have been way cooler in my mind.
Mhm.
But anyway, they had a big seminar, and part of it, a couple things came up, and one was they were talking about this um, Division One, I think it was, and yeah, so almost a level beneath the Elite 15, where 16 through 30 would be at the majors and would race before the Elite 15 in a separate wave, and then the Elite 15 would race. We don't know much like is this a way for them to break in the Elite 15, which I don't think makes a lot of sense because you just established this entire point system to get in the Elite 15. How will you get into the 16 to 30? I'm assuming that's still another point system. What is not established is the why. We have a question. What is your question?
Do they have to buy that pro card?
Absolutely, they have to buy the pro card. Absolutely. Yes. Everybody needs the pro card.
I think that I think at this point, if you are a female running sub 70, you buy the pro card, male sub 65. Just buy it.
Especially if you're interested in doing doubles, right? Like you never know if you get
Yeah.
a cool doubles partner and get an easy event. Um, oh, we're gonna go back to the Division one. I remembered one other thing they did.
hmm
They did we talk about this last week where they lessened the field where now, for example, it used to be if you were in your race, Beth, and you ran and you won your or say you came second or third in your age, right? You came third in age, and the two people there was only one spot available for world championships, one qual spot, and the two people in front of you already have one, or decline or no, so they didn't have it, but they declined it, right?
hmm
And it would roll down to you, right?
Yeah.
They're not doing that anymore. So if you
So you have to win.
no. So if worse, so if you race, and let's say who's is there an elite that we could name that's in your age division?
Well, so I mean, the last year I raced Maria Fessick was everywhere, and she was in my age group.
Okay. So if you race and you're in the division with Maria Fetchik,
Uh,
you she wins, you're done. You don't get a qual. Even if she was racing in the Elite 15.
really?
Yeah. So there's
Well, that doesn't make any
no
sense.
more roll downs. And it seems to be this um I think it ties in hand with what they remember with the 60-year-olds, they were telling them, oh, now we're changing the schedule. It seems
Yeah.
to be, I don't know if they've overbooked the venue somehow and they can't, it's like they're trying to narrower the field, get less people there. And I think it's got to something to do with that because it just seems bizarre.
Well, that one does seem a little bit bizarre because then, I mean, in a situation like mine,
Mhm.
um, that we with Maria and Katie Simonson and who go to all the
Yeah.
races
Yeah.
and they're in my age bracket. Neither of them are even, they're not in the Elite 15.
Mhm.
And but I mean, they're at every race I've ever gone to ever. So I don't know. That's really so basically,
You're hooped.
yeah, unless I go to Singapore or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Which it
Or even more remote than that.
you might get a win overall in Singapore.
Yeah,
All right.
but
I'm
not
not
for
being
my,
offensive to people in Singapore, but your races are slower.
yeah, yeah. But
Uh,
I'd pay dearly for it financially.
oh yeah, yes you would.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to this Division One thing. Here's the thing. I've and we have kind of had this system that we have said they should have done from day one. I say I a lot because I complain about it more than Beth. But where and I've had people ask me because I've commented on this. I commented online and I said they keep getting closer and closer to my system without ever really wanting to commit to it. And this is kind of they've taken a step in that direction. So people have asked me what exactly is my system. And I'm going to spell out the whole thing precisely because people end up having questions. So my system for the Elite 15 to qualify for Worlds is you have 5 majors, just like before. In these majors, anyone with a pro card can go. All right. Now, that means it could be, who knows? Like, I mean, my suggestion was in order to get a pro card, you can't just get one like a lot of people do now. You have to qualify for one. And in order to qualify for one, you would need to, at some point in the past 12 months, have had a podium, right? Had an overall podium at any Hyrox event. That'll qualify you.
Overall podium,
Overall podium. Yeah.
not age group.
Not age group. Overall podium. This is just for Elite 15,
Okay.
right? So for Elite 15, overall podium. You figure there's 100 events a year, give or take. So that's statistically possible 300 pro cards, but not realistically possible because
You're
we
still
all know.
favoring Europe because there's so many more races.
Yep, yep, absolutely. But so that's how you get your pro card. So if you get your pro card, that entitles you to be able to go race the event. Then at the event, at the major, you will still have your Elite 15, the wave that will be streamed, that will get all the swag, all the stuff, whatever, all the attention. Then the ones below them will get the chance. Basically, they'll be there too. They can win if they run fast enough. But what really will likely happen is that's their chance to get into the Elite 15 because anyone in the bottom waves who runs faster than anyone in the Elite 15 bumps them out. And then at the next race, they're part of the Elite 15. So the previous race show will dictate who's in the next Elite 15 and so on and so forth. All right. That gives pretty much everybody who has a realistic shot a shot. So that just that part at all. Then you say this. So do you think it's not how would you or do you think my idea of qualifying with that pro getting the pro card that way, you don't think that's a good way to do it?
Well, I think if we had when I think about the North American series, there's just not that many races. 10, 12 maybe.
Mhm.
And we have a lot of the same people showing up to all of them. So
So
I
if
think the
there
whole
would be a roll
winning
down if the podium's already like so let's say
has
again,
already
let's say
gotten in. So if
they've already got
if
then it would roll down
Vivian,
to the next 3.
Lauren, yeah, and Once they get in, it rolls down.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not just podiums.
Yes, so top three who have not already got the pro card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're at a race, let's just say we've got Lauren, Meg, and Vivian come one, two, three, and they've already got the pro card, then then Tara, Maria, and Lauren Rentala, they get their pro cards. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And it goes for like a 12-month previous thing. So, which again, I still think is an easier way to be able to attend the majors than currently right now to get your
Mhm.
shot, right? Because right now you need 5 races, and basically you need to win 5 races to get an Elite 15.
Yeah, I think the system right now just makes it so race heavy.
Yeah, to me, the more longer this system is mulling over in my mind, the less I like it.
Hmm.
I understand it and I get it and I can appreciate the complexity and the thought process in it, but I don't think I don't like it. So anyway, so you okay with that now? That make a little more sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you may have whatever 5 waves, 6 waves. They all run the day, and then nighttime, the Elite 15 run. They're off in there. It's very simple that way. Um, there really isn't a lot more to it. Tiebreakers. Okay. So for example, when I say pretty much people 16 down, right, and then you have your Elite 15, and this is to set the race for the next one. So let's say you come 15th and you have a time of exactly 60 minutes. And in order to bump you out, somebody needs to beat you. So if somebody else gets 60 minutes from the 16 place down, they don't knock you out because in my mind, to be the man, you got to beat the man. So tie goes to the person already in the Elite 15, right? And other than that, ties.
You could bump someone out from one of the other heats.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could run in the lowest heat. That way, let's say you're somebody like a Holly Thatcher, right?
Archer?
Archer, sorry, who shows
Yeah.
up on the scene, great talent. So she goes out and she runs a race and she gets a top three at a regular local race. She can go in the major, and if she can, she will not be in the Elite 15. But if she comes out of the fourth, fifth, sixth heat and runs faster than the Elite 15, or even runs faster than first place, she wins and ends up in the Elite 15 in the next race.
Hmm. Yeah, I do kind of like that because I just find it I don't like the system right now with how hard it is to break in if you're new. So
Oh,
which does really discourage people entering the sport
mhm.
because you just know you're committing to 2, 3 years before you might see the Elite 15. If you're, if you could, but you could walk in being fast enough.
Mhm.
Like we have the situation with Saskia Miller, who ran a 57 in her second race
Yep.
and, has the average to be 12th right now, but it was a day late.
Mhm.
And but if that was the situation, she could go and race and she could
Yep.
potentially
Podium.
podium,
Yep.
at a major
Yeah,
and
100%.
girls in the Elite 15.
And it's literally race your way in. Everything
Hmm.
is race your way in. You don't need
Hmm.
times don't matter. Points don't matter. It's simple. It's easy to understand. Points don't matter and everything's made up. Yeah. No, it's simple. It's easy to understand and it works. The arguments I was getting against it before were can't do that because we need to be on the grid. Well, two things. One, the past 3 majors, I think it's the past 3 majors, have not been on the grid and we're just fine.
Yeah.
Number two, you can still do this on the grid. You're just having multiple waves. For example, like if you're setting up people every half hour, like setting elite waves every half hour, you need 3 sets of judges. So that's 40, you need 45 judges. Every half hour a wave goes out. So that means you're putting out 45 people every hour and a half. You're not going to get at most majors people that will have the pro card and make the trip, go the distance. You're not going to get more than 100 people. But you're still, with that timeline, you're set up, you could do 300 people in a day, which is probably every pro card you have available. And you won't have
So
that.
then as Hyrox, they're definitely going to lose money then.
On that,
Yeah.
no more so than more. And if anything, they'd make money. So right now, they oftentimes have the Elite 15 go on a separate day
Hmm.
compared to the regular racers, right? So
Mhm.
now you're going to have, instead of 15 people going on that separate day, you might have 100 to 150 people going on that separate day, all paying to go.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So not have it on, say, the Saturday afternoon.
No, no, no. And just like the other ones, right? You do it like they're doing on other days. They'll do it on a Thursday or whatever the case, because that's what they've been doing anyway. So it actually will make them more money, which means they can pay the judges more, which means you can have better qualified judges who are more interested in being there. And plus,
Yeah.
they'd be at it longer. So you take the money you make from there. So, I mean, it doesn't, I don't know the downside compared to the very overcomplicated way they're doing things. And then this Division 1 thing, which is just another going to be another complicated step. Just have racing. Oh, we have another question.
Are you tired of being right?
I'm tired of being right. So honestly, anybody listening, anybody out there, please, because someone messaged me and asked me about it and said, I don't want to poke holes. I want you to fucking poke holes. I
Hmm.
want you to tell me where I'm wrong. I want you to tell me why this doesn't work and what would be better. I'm all for that. Now, like I said, I I more than appreciate the thought process that went into this current system. It is definitively well thought out. There was a lot of math and a lot of science and a lot of smarts that went into this. I just think sometimes somebody stupider is needed. So, anyway, what do you think?
About the tier thing,
Yeah.
I like I like the idea of giving more people the opportunity to
Mhm.
have, a specialized race, and we're elevating more people up into that level. Because with how big this sport is right now, 15 people is not a lot of people
No.
to be elevated with, the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that are racing high rock. So it is giving more people an opportunity to race at the highest level. So in that sense, I do like it. I don't know much about it though, as far as qualifying and how you get into it and everything.
Yeah,
So
well, they haven't really announced it, so it's not just you that don't know. It's this is all very kind of cryptic.
yeah, so that will be to be determined, but I do like the idea.
Yeah. But do you think that my system works better? Because what
I think
people want to
probably
hear,
just
Beth, is they want to hear you say you're right, Dave.
that's what you want.
No, everybody else, I don't care.
I think, yeah, I think your system, I think it would work too. Yeah, I think it would, again, it would give people entering this sport a faster opportunity to get to the top.
And I take that as I am right and a god. So that's how I interpret that.
I did not say that.
I'm pretty sure it was implied.
No,
So here's
no.
the other thing they kind of brought up. And I'm gonna give Matt Locke credit here. He's really good at presenting this stuff. Like he did a really good job up on stage. He's well spoken. He did a great job. I don't like what he does as far as judging and officiating, but what he did here was really good. Like he's got stage presence. That's a good
So
thing
then why doesn't he have like a press conference after the Elite 15 races and answer all of the questions?
because all his decisions are shit.
So he can speak well, but he
He-
can't make decisions well.
I didn't say it, Beth. You did.
I think he's also conflict avoidant by the sounds of it.
Yeah, that could be. Anyway, no, I was just like giving the devil his due. Really do think he did a good job with this. So what they were talking about was he was talking a lot about money and a lot about athletes trying to get athletes more money and this and that. It almost sounded like um I thought, and the way I interpreted it, it almost sounded like he was going towards this. And again, please, this is pure Dave speculation. But it seemed like he was going towards this almost like WFP of this like salary. He actually used the word salary. Then he backtracked on it and then he said it again. So what I'm thinking is maybe they're thinking of having this Elite 15 for a set time, then this, and I again like WFP, like a challenger, which would be the Division 1 people trying to jump into being the Elite 15 maybe for the next year. and compete for a salary. And so maybe something like a salary, base salary for Elite 15 people combined with added more money depending on performance. And I'm like, I don't know, but what do you think about that as a possibility?
I think that's kind of interesting. Now we're kind of making,
Like a
uh,
league.
yeah, like we're really making celebrities of the Elite 15 though, for sure.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, this is the Elite 15 and these are the challengers.
Yeah.
And like this
And it again, it's an interesting concept. And breaking in is going to be even harder though, if I'm at all
well,
right.
yeah. Yes,
But it is
exactly.
interesting, and you are right. Yeah, yeah,
How about
celebrity, and they,
meeting the gladiator?
yeah, meeting the gladiators, right? Yeah. So your concept of celebrity is a good way to put it, right? And we know they like to promote their Elite 15,
Mhm.
and there was always rumors, completely unsubstantiated rumors of, where they wanted to keep pushing their story narrative, so they didn't like a lot of changes in Elite 15 because they wanted to.
Yeah.
And that'll help that conspiracy theory. This would go right in line with that.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's not what I would like to do, but I don't think it's a bad idea at the same time.
Yeah, again, it definitely brings up the entertainment value of it.
I mean, like you think of something like Formula One, which I do know they a lot of different companies reference and look to as a way to do things. Like Formula One basically has 22 race cars. They're the same all year. And yeah, you make celebrities out of them. You make, you're a Ferrari person, you're a Lando Norris person, you're a Max Verstappen person, right? Like,
So then if that's the case, then why wouldn't we have teams per area? Like we have the North American challengers, and then we have the European challengers, and kind of like when we had the Spartan Pro teams and
mhm.
like your Canadian Pro team and those were the challengers that were trying to break in and they had different contests or different races where you know the Canadian team races the American team and like the winners of those break in or something like that.
Or bordering on reality TV now.
Well, exactly, but that's kind of what it's sounding like when you're talking about having the Elite 15
Yeah.
and then challengers. That is, but again, that's moving in a direction that's very opposite of we want to be an Olympic sport.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very different. I didn't think about that. That is the complete opposite way.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question. We have never had so many questions, but she's drinking, so whatever.
It's a statement.
It's a statement. Okay, what do you got?
This sounds better than the Olympics.
Oh, there you go. Did you hear that?
More entertaining.
Better, different.
Different. Yeah.
I
Would
mean,
you?
I don't really think that they actually think they're getting into the Olympics, but
Oh, I agree too.
But they could actually do this.
I don't know. Sorry. And at this thing, he really did. Christian did push again for. He said we know fitness racing will be in the Olympics. He didn't say when. And actually, with the interesting statement, he did not say Hyrox.
right. And again, Hyrox as the brand
Mhm.
cannot be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Fitness racing, I don't know.
I actually think here's the thing. I think it could be, but I think none of the layouts they currently have would work. Um,
Mhm.
I think you would like my idea here. I do not think machines would work. I think all machines would have to be taken out.
I agree.
Not just for Bethany's sake, but for the sake of consistency.
Give me a chance.
For the sake of consistency and credibility, like machines, there's just too many problems to be had, too many malfunctions. I just don't think you could have that. And they
And
are
then
going.
again, we'd have to be promoting specific brands because you'd have to commit to a brand, and then
Yeah.
it's not really
So
again,
none of that works.
no.
Um, you would have to honestly, I think it would probably have to look something more like CrossFit with just basic weights and stuff. Now, in my mind, hopefully just with pretty much pure running and basic movements,
Yeah.
it would have to be more something along the lines of that, and hopefully like less judgment. Um, CrossFit like a strongman melody almost, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing with. So I think it is possible for hybrid or fitness racing, or whatever you want to call it, to be in the Olympics, but I think it has to change completely. It needs to be something that nobody is currently doing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like it would look, I mean, closer to Murph, but the problem is those movements are so judgeable. But in that style where it's very, very basic and very simple, and
Yeah.
machines would have to go.
Yeah. Yep.
We did not plan to
Mhm.
talk Olympics today. So anyway, I thought that I'm gonna watch some more of the videos on that coaching conference. I do think these coaching clinics or conferences they put on are very interesting, and they look like they spare no expense putting them on. They look like a lot of people get good value. Uh,
Mhm.
I mean, I would personally never pay to go, but if I was invited, I would spend my time to do it because I think it'd be
Yeah.
entertaining.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So basically, those were the things I wanted to hit. Was I just wanted to talk about the D1 thing. I do think they have some exciting things in mind. I still stand steadfast that my qualification series system is still the best one out there.
Mhm.
Superior. Yes, that's the word, superior. And I challenge anyone to send me theirs, prove me wrong. I- You want to, I'll talk to you online about it. I'll do whatever if you got a better system.
Mhm.
But the more we go on with this points one, I'm like, so okay, right now, do you know who's figured this system out the best?
Jack Driscoll.
You got it. Jack Driscoll and Camilla Massa.
Yeah.
They have figured this out because how many Elite 15s has Camilla been in recently?
None.
Yeah. But now she's almost a lock. Jack,
Yeah.
how many and these are no offense, Jack and Camilla are fucking amazing.
Mhm.
But how many Elite 15s has Jack been in? He's always just on the outside or maybe gets a roll down,
Uh-huh.
right? But now he's got 5 straight wins. He's got what 525 points.
Yeah.
He's a lock.
Mhm.
And that's the way this system can be manipulated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so here's the thing. You think about that. So now they're going to bump somebody out with a maybe probably a faster time. That's great. And this is where it comes down to all where we said before. If you're top, say 8 in the Elite 15, because those points are worth more in the Elite 15, right? You might be able to hang on. But if you're like 9 through to 15, you're not racing 5 times a year.
No.
You're you might hit double digits
Yeah.
for and not just races, but for events like double digit events. And then if you
Mhm.
want to try to hit doubles too, yeah.
I know. Yeah, I don't like it.
No, and again, it's no offense. We know that Anthony Percy had a lot to do with designing this system, and I got nothing but respect for that guy. But yeah, the more it goes on, the more I'm like, yeah, hmm? Dude likes a lot of volume and he likes a lot of numbers, and this has both of those in it.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, you got any fails or sales for this week?
Um, I mean, something else that came up this weekend, and we kind of talked about it too, was again the situation with Saskia Miller,
Mm,
where he was she raced her a second pro race on the Saturday. There was no pro races available on the Friday, but Friday night was the cutoff to get in
hmm.
to the next
Which
major.
seems
So,
dumb. Cutoff should be on a Monday.
right. Yeah,
Because I
it
mean,
should be
all races
after race.
happen on a weekend.
Yeah, so she ran a 57-minute, which would have averaged her times to put her into the elite. I think ranked 12th.
Mhm.
Um, but she doesn't have the opportunity because she raced a day late, which she didn't really have a choice because there was not pro races the day before. So again, it's too bad, and it's someone that we should see on an Elite 15 start line. We know she has the ability to be there. And yeah, it's just again, the systems sometimes just don't always make sense with the decision making. So I do feel for her, what kind of fighting systems where things don't make sense. Um, but yeah, that's kind of sport. We were fighting a system that didn't work in our favor this weekend too at our hockey tournament,
I
the
was going to ask
provincial
how the
champ.
hockey went.
Yeah, we um
Did you fall down?
I did not.
Atta girl.
Yes. Yeah, we won our first game. So there was two pools, four teams in each. We won our first game. And then our second game, we it was a game that was, if you know hockey, you know the refs make a really big difference in the game. And because you get penalties and then you're playing a man down, and that really dramatically changes the
Hmm.
play. Um, we lost that game 1-0, and then they scored an open netter with 5 seconds left. So, but we all constantly had someone put in the penalty box, and the other team had a total of 0 penalty minutes. And we were not different teams as far as our style of play.
Hmm.
And it was so blatantly one-sided that the timekeeper after went up to our coach and was like, I've never seen a game called so one-sided. And he walked us up to the office, the tournament office, to file a complaint so that we
Hmm.
didn't have those refs again. But as we know in the world of judging and reffing, when you complain, pisses people off.
Hmm.
So our next game was worse.
Oh no.
And it was to the point that our some of our best players, if they even hit someone, clean hits,
Yeah.
they were put in the box. Our captain ended up getting kicked out in the middle of the second after he was pounded in the head repeatedly, and he turned around and he called the kid a little bitch. Got kicked out of the game for that,
Oh,
which you
see, words don't hurt that much.
but the refs lied and said that he made a racial slur, which he did not. Um,
When did
he
bitch
did
become
not.
a race?
Yeah, it's not. They wrote it down on the game sheet as a different word, which he did not say.
Oh,
Promise
okay.
not say.
It's not
They were
like
just trying to get him out of the game. So our best player gets kicked out in the middle of the second. We end up again losing that game by 1 goal. But it was one of those games that was so wildly frustrating, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
And by the end of the game, all the boys were in tears because we just couldn't believe what was going on, and it was completely out of our control. And if we said anything, we were threatened to be kicked off the bench. And it was just, you kind of throw your hands up. And it was really, really disheartening to lose that way. And I'm not saying we didn't, I mean, we could have still put pucks in the net, and we didn't play to our potential. But it's just one of those weekends too where you learn a really hard lesson about sports is not always fair.
Yeah. Well,
And
when I think about games like that, it's not always that like the penalties you guys got, you probably deserve those penalties. They don't usually make up those. It's the problems is the one that are not called on the other side.
yes. Yeah. And exactly. Some of them we didn't deserve, but
Yeah.
a lot of them were penalties, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Depending on how strict a ref is, it could go either
It's
way. We're not
very
a jerk.
judgy.
Yeah. And but to call 0 penalties on another team and constantly have another team in the box is
Yeah.
just absolutely
I'm
wild.
surprised you don't even get like a makeup call somewhere along the way.
Which usually
Yeah,
happens when you
usually.
have good refs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and so then after we were kind of a little bit stunned, and then we remembered 3 months ago we filed a formal complaint against this.
Oh,
We were at a tournament in this facility, and we filed a formal complaint against the refs when we had a kid get seriously hurt,
hmm.
and the
I think I
refs
remember you
couldn't.
telling me about that.
Yeah, and the refs didn't control the game.
Mhm.
We filed a formal complaint with the
Mm.
Ontario Hockey Association against the reffing association of this arena. So I think we had a scarlet letter, which again, it's just would we have still filed that complaint? Yeah, it deserved to be
Yeah.
done. Like our kid was very hurt, and it was a very intentional um move that anyways, it was just everything happened the way it happened, and we don't have regrets about it. But it was so unfortunate, and I think some really hard lessons were learned. And I do think our boys handled it really well, which we're really proud of. But you just leave feeling so defeated, and it was really hard to come back after that weekend too. And that's kind of then your season's just done, and then
Yeah.
that's it. And so much of it, we could do whatever, we could work as hard as we want. We could perfect all of our plays. And at the end of the day, someone else had that much control over what happened. And I mean, it happens. It happens in racing where you get a bad judge and it changes the outcome um of the whole race for you. So I don't know, it's hard to go through those moments and it's hard when it's your kids and
Mhm.
we're talking about 15-year-old boys who are like some tough kids and they're like sobbing out of frustration and it was hard. So that was definitely a fail for me this weekend, but
So my first thing is, and this is to boys on a team, gentlemen, we do not cry from bad games.
this one was fun. This one you could cry from.
No, no, no. We don't cry from. There's reasons for guys to cry. I'm not saying guys don't ever cry. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. Just saying we take that on the chin and we remember the next time and we bury the people.
Just
We
Yeah,
take numbers.
I
We
understand.
take numbers.
This
But
was the end of the season. Like
yeah, it's tough.
I
It's tough. It's tough.
understand
I'm
the
somewhat joking, but yeah, it's very tough. But I challenge people who in hybrid in the racing that we do who get concerned about officiating, watch a hockey game and try to tell me what's a slash and what's not. If you want to talk
or
about
what's head
judgment calls.
contact when you're
Let's say,
talking
oh,
about
that's even worse. I can't even get
the
there.
color. Yeah,
Yeah. Or cross-checking in front of the net. For some reason, a cross-check in the middle of the ice is not the same as a cross-check in front of the net.
that's true.
Yeah, it's nowhere in the rules. It's nowhere in the rules, but it's different.
It's just what's accepted.
Just it's culture. So
Yeah.
just know when we have our own judging controversies and referee controversies that hockey, football, basketball, these sports have been around for 100 years and they still don't get it right. Have you watched
Well,
basketball? Did you ever watch basketball?
like no, not
Okay,
really.
I can't watch it.
works with that.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, it's
It's
not really my sport.
the rules are just weird and gone and they don't exist anymore. And yeah, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I liked the sport and I can't watch it now because the way it's officiated. It's terrible.
Mm.
So, oh, there was one other thing with Hyrox, and they have said now that you will not be able to launch a protest about, say, let's say you and I are racing and I see you cut a course or rapid cool or whatever. I cannot launch a protest against that now. So
In the
basically,
masses.
what's that?
In the masses.
No, no, in Elite 15 too.
Yeah.
So basically, they've taken away the athletes ratting out on each other, which is kind of a good thing because that was putting pressure on athletes to do that. However, my concern is now, are they still going to miss this shit or are they actually going to call it?
Hmm.
So
So again, are we giving officials too much power without accountability?
maybe we'll see how it goes. It's an interesting concept. It could go well or it could go really bad. It just depends on how they handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always these things where, we swing one way and then we swing the other way, and then it kind of goes back and forth, and then you
And
deal with issues one way or the other.
here's my take is if no matter what they do, whatever system they're using, whatever rules they're using, if they're just consistent, then we'll all love it.
Hmm.
If it's just consistent and fair, we'll all love it. It'll be great. So,
Consistent and then transparent when they make decisions.
yeah, that would be really nice. That
It's
would be.
like if the refs just came over and talked to us
Mhm.
and explained their calls.
Like, hey, remember when you protested against us and complained? Now you know.
Yeah, we would have told our kids you can't hit.
One other hockey question, one other hockey comment. This is very
Mhm.
important too. Is you don't um get get the other team's captain ejected for saying a bad word. You get the other team's captain ejected by throwing out a low talent thug to start a fight with him.
Mhm.
That's how it's done.
Are you motioning to yourself?
I am, because I was a
Oh,
low talent thug. Sorry.
well, they did.
Yeah, but he didn't get kicked out because of a fight. He got kicked out because he said a bad word.
He would have got less games if he got kicked out for fighting.
Yeah, exactly. That's where this has really gone nuts. Like when you told me about that, I'm like, I'm all for like you should not be able to say anything you want on in a game. You should be disciplined for it. There should be limits.
Hmm.
But calling someone a bitch shouldn't get you a worse suspension than punching someone in the face.
Yeah.
Call
Well,
me
so if they
old-fashioned.
wrote it down as him calling him a bitch, it wouldn't. They wrote it down, which he said, I did call him a little bitch because he was being a little bitch. And he wouldn't lie to me. But they wrote it down as a racial slur just to give him to get him 7 games.
Which race?
I'm not.
Are we going to start guessing racial slurs? Now, this is a way to get canceled. Let's do this.
No. I know what they wrote it down as him saying. It wasn't really a racial slur. It was,
Okay,
yeah.
Bethany, write it on a board and just hold it up.
Yeah, okay.
Was
This is
this
what,
word featured in the book To Kill a Mockingbird?
wait, it's gonna be backwards. Okay, no. So this is what they said. This is what they said he said, which gives you 7 games.
Really? That's not a racial slur.
It's not a racial slur, but they categorize it the same as like homophobic and racial slurs.
I can say that one because actually it comes from a different meaning actually if you look it up. Calling him a
Well,
pussy.
it's one of the 40 banned words or whatever, but he didn't say it. It's the P word.
I thought it was going to be way worse. And by the way, the camera was right. It did put it up properly. Wow, really? That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
What,
And
what
he
if you,
did not say it. He
I
went up
would
and sat beside my mom and he was like, I didn't say that word. I
I would have
called
said
him a little.
I would have just said I said wuss.
But then the thing is we this one we can't even protest it because it's their word against his. So it's
How
not
is
like you can watch the game replay.
how is that word worse than bitch?
I don't know.
It
It's
is.
honestly there's a
Really?
list.
Not a lot, but it is.
What if he'd called him a dick? How many of the forbidden words can I get out in this
I
episode?
I'd have to look at the list of words.
I would like to. Can I Google? Let's ask ChatGPT.
So
You probably can, I don't know. But we just
words.
All right. So what is it? List of forbidden words in hockey or
in OMHA that can get a gross misconduct.
It's out.
no?
Don't say them.
Oh yeah, for sure I am. Okay, let's see if it comes up with it. It may not be able to find it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, okay, it's not saying the words itself here. It just says racial, ethical slurs, homophobic, transphobic slurs, sexist, misogynist remarks,
Yeah.
albelist language targeting disabilities. I don't even know what that is. Religious insults or
Oh,
slurs.
ableist.
Pardon me?
Ableist. Ableist.
Ableist? Okay, there you go. Sexually explicit or degrading comments, threats or intimidation, personal abuse directed at a player or refs.
Would ableist be the R word?
Yeah. That would be one. That would be a good one. Yeah. Not a good one, but that would be one. Yeah, it doesn't list your forbidden words though.
Doesn't list them. Yeah.
No, which is too bad. How many are there?
I thought there was 40. I don't
40 is a
know.
lot. Because like
I
TV,
don't know if I'm making that up or someone said that to me once, but it was basically like this list of these words that you could get a gross misconduct, which is 7 games.
is that what he got for it?
Yeah. So because our season is over, he'll start next season with a 7 game suspension.
Okay.
Oh no,
Well,
did you find?
no, but I found the seven dirty words that used to be from 1972 that George Carlin said you can't say on TV. They've definitely changed. Would you like to hear them?
Okay.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits.
Okay, so some of those would be on the list.
Some of those would still be there. Some would be gone. Like
Those are
shit.
the words you couldn't say.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
couldn't
then
say.
you would not. You wouldn't be in trouble for
I
that,
would think shit, and tits would be off the list,
probably.
probably. This was not where this episode was supposed to go,
Yeah.
but it
The other
has.
ones are definitely homophobic, though, so you could not call someone those things.
No, so well, I like I said, and again, I agree that he should be suspended, and you should not be able to just call people whatever you want. I don't think that remark that he used there It was not what I was expecting, and I would not deem that a racist or even even a sexist remark. It's
No. And like, why is the one kid allowed to punch him repeatedly in the head and him not allowed to call him a little bitch for being a
yeah,
little bitch?
yeah. Well, and clearly he was if he was repeatedly punching him and he could still talk. That's just totally bitching out.
I know. This is our player's a pretty tough kid
There you go.
too.
Yeah, so I'm just like I don't know. So yeah, I do actually mean that. So if he had called him a dick, would that be because it's really the same thing, albeit the other side of the coin,
Yeah, I guess.
right? So I mean
Yeah.
that would be deemed a sexist remark
Yeah, I
if that
honestly
is.
we've never dealt with this situation. So I don't honestly know.
This is my new
I
favorite.
think it's pretty shocking that a ref would do this though.
Yeah. That's a big suspension for something like that.
Yeah, but again, this is one of those things where the pendulum has swung so far
Yeah.
in to change hockey culture, and I understand why they're doing it. Like we do have to take some of the homophobic, like some of
Yep.
that stuff out of hockey culture, but is this the way? Like giving kids 7 game suspensions for bad words? Like I just don't know.
I don't think so. Like, and
Yeah.
especially like I said, especially that one. That one I just wouldn't put it there. Um,
I think education coming from the coaches around dressing room talk is probably a better approach, but I mean,
so
then
here
you're kind of putting onus on
this
coaches.
he used the word perfectly.
Yeah.
Coming from the word pusillanimous.
He didn't use that word
No, no,
though.
but the word pussy is a derivative of
Oh my God.
pusillanimous,
We are not talking about this.
meaning lack of courage or determination. He nailed it. The ref was completely wrong. He does not know his linguistics.
Oh,
What's this
lack
kid's name?
I think this kid had a lot of courage actually trying to fight this our player, but
No, that's what I'm saying. Oh, okay, all right. Wait, was he stepping up to the plate there? Was he a much smaller guy?
well, this like our captain is one of the toughest, strongest kids in our division, like in our
Because
whole league.
the word pussiless means very small.
He's not very small.
No, but was
But
the
the
other
other
guy?
player was smaller, yes.
There
Yeah.
you go. Again, he nailed it.
So maybe if Nick who could not have explained himself. Nick's like a farm boy from Chatham.
Who clearly knows Latin.
This is the longest
No, he
walk.
does not.
Ethne, you need me on your legal counsel for the team here. I've got this sorted. I'm going to get this kid not only reinstated, but I'm going to get him some money.
Yeah, right.
He was using Latin. He was punished for using Latin. If anything, they're being
And his
racist
last
against
name of
Latins.
Brown definitely indicates he's Latin.
What's that?
His last name being Brown definitely would indicate he's
A
Latin.
lot of people don't know this, but brown is the original Latin word for the color brown. I can't back that one up. But everything else I said was accurate, aside from the enunciation of things.
Yeah.
So anyway, wow. That was
Do you have any nails and sales, Dave?
no, I got nothing.
That
That
was
was
just
a
a
good
big
discussion.
long tale.
I don't think we can beat that with anything. That was
No.
great. Okay. Hockey talk at the end, I think is maybe something we'll have to do more.
Canadian hockey is just so unique.
It's great.
Please, though. And I thought a lot about it, like, why is it just so different than any other sports my kids play? And like the intensity of it and how close the players get and like the parents and like how close they get. Some of it I think is honestly the dressing room is such a unique experience too in sport in that like you spend 45 minutes in the dressing room with your
Mhm.
buddies before the game. and after the game, and like you spend so much close time with each other that it's just so different. I don't know. And you survive driving through snowstorms, like you're like near death experiences constantly to just get to hockey games. I don't know, it's just so
It's
different.
true.
And
It's true.
it's a violent sport too, so you're always kind of on edge of like, people get hurt and
Yeah.
there's a lot of that.
Rye just asked if boys call it a dressing room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we change room a lot of times.
Yeah.
No, because there's no lockers in a hockey room, or very rarely.
You don't
No.
have lockers in
Just
Like if you told the kid locker room, he would understand it.
yeah, no, it's not a locker room.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they
if
call it
if you said go to the locker room, they would understand it, but that's not what they would call it.
no, it's called a dressing room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
smelly equipment.
It comes from the Latin word. So there's no Latin word for it. But there might be, but I don't know it.
Oh, the other thing, did you ever, oh, you didn't grow up playing like league hockey, but the other funny thing about OMHAs is every kid dyes their hair.
Oh no, no. I grew up with that shit. But in my time it was you shaved the sides and you'd shave your number into the side of your head.
Oh yeah,
Because
every kid.
I was in mullet era, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is the long hair era of boys.
How many of them have perms? Because I'm not into that thing.
No, no, none of
I'm
them
the
have
Brock.
perms,
They got the flow.
they have a long flow.
Yeah, they got the flow.
Yeah.
That's okay. That hockey hair is cool. I'm down with that.
Yeah, the hockey hair is pretty cool. But yeah, so they were like, absolutely, we're not shaving our heads because every kid has long hair. But they bleached it.
Okay. What about like a lot of dirty Sanchez mustaches?
Oh, they have like the little. Oh,
Yeah,
there's some
yeah, yeah, yeah,
with a
yeah.
mustache, but some of them it's just like little
Just
pokies.
on the edge, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need
it's all
that.
smart. Yeah, it's
Uh,
funny.
so one things that I used to love about hockey culture is you would have like pee-wee hockey kids showing up for tournaments in suits and ties.
We do that too, but we don't. It's not called Pee Wee anymore, Dave.
What do they call it now?
It's U15.
Well, no, U15 wasn't pee-wee. U15 would have been bantam.
Uh, yeah, or
Pee-wee was like 12, 13.
yeah. So yeah, so it's all U12, U13, U14, U15.
Okay,
So
in
they
fairness, that is a better system. It makes more sense.
yeah, so they used to call it midget,
Yeah, I know that
bantam.
I played midget juvie,
Yeah,
which again sounds
midget,
like a
bantam,
yeah. Oh,
pee,
is midget on the
atom.
list? Would that one be
No,
on the list?
yeah, I don't know. Probably that would be ableism, wouldn't it?
I think so. All right,
Yeah.
can I say, all right, I've always held this belief, and I've said this before, that I think the word little people is the most condescending word possible, and that's what people say you're supposed to
We
call.
were just talking about this
Like,
in the gym
like
today.
if I was a dwarf, I'd be embraced. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm Gimli for Lord of the Ring. Call me a dwarf. I would carry axes everywhere. I would be all about it. I would watch Snow White, like I would embrace it. But if you called me a little person, I'd be like, you condescending prick.
I know. We were talking about how it's worse.
Way worse.
Yeah.
No, Beth does not get called a little person. Well, not always.
Well, the conversation started because we were joking about it started because we were talking about our getting our trekking poles.
Yes.
And the only sizes they could find left on the discount were the ones that fit me.
Mhm.
And then they were like, "Are you midget height?" I'm like, "I'm not midget height." And then they were and then I was like, "That's 4'10" and under, I think. I'm 5 feet tall." So then we were discussing like then they were like, "No, you can't call it midget anymore." And then we were discussing what you call it, and they're like, "I think you say small person." And they were like, "That's worse."
That's way worse.
Yeah.
There's so
Yeah,
many terms like that that are just terrible.
I know. But
Oh yeah, Jillian Michaels future episode when we get canceled. So in the Jubilee Surrounded, she was shocked to find out that they found the term obese offensive
And overweight.
and overweight. They wanted to be called fat.
really,
Yeah, see? Yeah.
you would rather be called fat than overweight.
Yeah.
I
Dude, watch it.
okay,
The
I'll watch
things
it.
that
That's in
I was like, she was blown away. I was like, we rewound
I
it.
didn't see.
Yeah, we actually rewound it because we're like, no, that can't be right. And yeah,
I can understand not wanting to be called obese, but overweight, over
overweight.
fat,
But I would rather be called obese than
I think
fat.
weight is better.
yeah.
And overweight still good there. I mean, but yeah, like I
I don't.
always thought like fat was a demeaning to call someone fat would be a demeaning term,
Yeah, so would I.
you know? Like obese to me was just a clinical term.
Yes, exactly. Like the on the BMI scale, you're in category.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like clinically, medically obese.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm learning a lot of shit.
I don't know.
Anyway, wow. Best episode ever, Beth.
You gonna talk about the episode?
Nope, nope, we're gonna let those happen.
What's that?
Future episodes. She says if we're gonna talk about future episodes. I said, nope, we're gonna let those happen because you jinx stuff when you plan it ahead and then it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah. Good talk, Beth. This was the kind of stuff we had originally said we were gonna do.
Yeah, go off on tangents about hockey culture.
Maybe we need a hockey podcast.
Yeah?
No, I don't get to
No.
watch enough.
Yeah. Who would we
I'm too
bring on?
late.
What's that?
Kyle, we bring out Kyle. Kyle Heffernan.
Yeah, he'd have some good insight into like hockey
Oh
culture
yeah,
too.
yeah. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he we should actually have him sometime because he's a good crossover too. We could talk hockey and
Mhm.
we could talk a hybrid. It'd be good.
I
Oh,
agree.
you know
Future
the
episode. There we go. We segued a future episode.
there you go. And I did see a thing that just before we started that Kitchener-Waterloo hybrid series, they announced their next race.
Hmm.
It's a half rocks, and they're doing it at like the Waterloo indoor field or something like that, University of Waterloo indoor field. So it's probably a pretty cool venue.
Yeah.
And I will not be there. 'Tis the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh, that's important.
That's
Yeah.
no one checked with me. Nobody asked me.
No, that's too
So,
bad.
and I don't think Taylor's going to switch it for that one. I mean, she might consider it. Maybe. You never know.
Nah.
Beth, take us home.
Thanks so much, everyone, for listening. Definitely went on a tangent, but that's what we do. And until next time, keep doing what you do and keep crushing it.
Take care.